Hey guys, so I just got back from Weight Watchers, my first weigh-in of the year, my first weigh-in in 5 weeks. I have gained 8 pounds, which isn't ideal. It's just a touch over half a stone, and it's just not ideal, is it? But it is what it is. I can definitely feel it in like my dress sizes. Definitely gone up a dress size, I would say, which is again not ideal because I haven't got anything in my wardrobe that fits me currently. I did decide to go back to Weight Watchers after having a funny 5 minutes over the Christmas period and saying, oh, I'm going to go and join Slimming World. I spoke to my friend Laura about it, who is also a Weight Watcher, and she basically flipped her lid. She was just like, why would you even do that? Like, Slimming World is just not as healthy, and it's much easier to gain weight, and yeah. And Weight Watchers you've been doing for 5 years, and it's been really good for you, so why would you even contemplate going to Slimming World? And I was like, I don't know, I'm in such a bad place right now. And then I also spoke to another YouTuber on here, her name is Selena, over Christmas, and she was like, I just don't think Slimming World would be for you. And she's been on both plans. She's done Slimming World and Weight Watchers, and she's currently on Weight Watchers and loving it. But she was just like, Elle, from my point of view, because you do gain weight quite quickly, Slimming World would just be awful for you because it's quite carby. It doesn't focus on the proteins and stuff like that. So with both of those inputs in mind, I decided to stay with Weight Watchers. Take the game. It's not ideal. I've got a headache, and I'm not sure if that's because I've got a headache about that or I've just still got a headache from being ill. Probably a bit of both. But yeah, I really want to eat something right now because I've only had 2 bananas and like a packet of Weight Watcher crisps down in the meeting. But I need to take my penicillin. I should be taking it now at 11 o'clock, but obviously I ate in my meeting. Then I've got to take my penicillin on an empty stomach. So I'm going to take my penicillin at 12:45 and then eat something at 1:45, because then about 1 o'clock-ish I need to leave the house and go and get my eyebrows done. So I'm hungry. I could probably do with a drink, but I can't. So I'm just going to go and sit in front of the telly and chill for a little bit and have a little look and see what I want for my dinner tonight. Somebody said that they wanted me to make the vegan shepherd's pie, which I definitely will make, but I feel like because my throat's a bit sore, I think maybe a soup would be on the cards for tonight. So I'm going to see if I've got all the ingredients for that, and if I need to get anything while I'm in town, then I'll get that while I'm there. So yeah, I shall report back in a little bit. Hey guys, so I just got home and I am going to be making some lentil soup tonight. So this is called the Lightly Spiced Lentil Soup, and it's from this Keep It Vegan recipe book. Somebody told me how to pronounce that name and I can't remember it, but I butchered it last time apparently, so sorry about that. So this is on page 48, and it's a midday meal or a simple supper. So for me, it's going to be a simple supper. I only had porridge for lunch. I've just taken some penicillin now on an empty stomach. I've got to wait an hour at least to eat food again. So by the time this is all cooked, hopefully that hour will be up, because I'm not very quick at cutting and prepping and cooking. I'm assuming that I will get better at it the more I do it. So let's go. pan at the moment, I've got the red onion and the chilli. I wasn't supposed to put the chilli in. I just got carried away and put it in there, and I was like, well, I'm not picking it out bit by bit. So you're supposed to soften this for about 5 minutes with a teaspoon of sunflower oil, and then you need to add the garlic and the ginger. Okay, so that's all the red onion, red chilli, garlic and ginger all softened and stuff. Then it says to put 200 grams of dried red lentils in. So that's them. Along with the ground coriander. So a teaspoon of dried coriander. So I can't get my teaspoon measure in here, so I'm going to do 2½ teaspoons. So that's 2 teaspoons of dried coriander. And some paprika. I only have smoked paprika or spicy paprika, so I thought I'd go for the smoked one because I don't fancy having anything too spicy. So we've got a teaspoon of paprika also. So in that goes. And then a teaspoon of cumin. I love cumin. I go through so much cumin, it's unreal. So we've got to mix that thoroughly. It says I was supposed to rinse the dried red lentils first. I don't understand why that would be. I've never really done that before in any other cooking. So I don't have a sieve anyway, so it would be pretty hard to do. I suppose it's maybe just to wet them up a bit. I don't know. I have no idea. I've not come across that method before. So mix all of that in thoroughly. Then I need to add in the coconut milk. So here's the can of coconut milk. At the moment it looks like there's like a solid lumpy bit on the top, and then underneath it I'll show you. Suppose I did shake the can, but it didn't really mix. So coconut milk separates, so you get this like lumpy bit on it, and then the rest is literally like coconut water. So like this. But yeah, so let's get all that mixed in. So I chose reduced fat coconut milk just to keep the fat content down, really, because obviously I'm on Weight Watchers. And then it also says to add 750 ml of water. So I've got I boiled water. This isn't just off the boil, but it is obviously hot. It doesn't specify whether it needs to be hot or cold, so I've gone for hot because that makes more logical sense to me. Crumble in the vegetable stock cube, which I've already chopped up, so just chuck that in. And then lightly season with some salt and some freshly ground pepper. So I've got some black pepper that's got a grinder on the top of it anyway, so I'll just do 1 spin of that. And then I've got some sea salt flakes. So I'll just do ½ teaspoon of those. And it says cover and bring to the boil, then lower to a gentle simmer for 40 minutes, ensuring to stir frequently. So let's crank the heat up on that. Stick the lid on. I feel like this would be a good one to just stick in the slow cooker on low and then come back to it later, because 40 minutes to cook on the hob, I feel like that's quite a long time. I didn't read that it would be 40 minutes, but I suppose that gives me time now to let the penicillin go down. Let's just bring this to boil, and then I will bring it right down to a simmer and then stir it every 5-10 minutes, whatever I think it needs. Okay guys, so here is the finished result. So I've split it into portions of 4 because it says in the book that it serves 4. So if you're on Weight Watchers and you're here because you're following Weight Watchers like I am, the whole recipe costs 15 smart points. So if you had 15 smart points left for your dinner, you could potentially eat all of that if you wanted to. So that would be absolutely cram-packed full of protein from the lentils, and then obviously nutrients from all the veggies and stuff like that. I'm going to be having 2 bowls of it tonight, so this one and this one, and that would be 8 points. So it would only work out to be those points if you were using the reduced fat coconut milk. If you're using the full fat coconut milk, which they have indicated here, they haven't said reduced fat, then obviously you're going to have to scan that and point it on your app, and it will come out a lot higher than that. So I would always choose a reduced fat or a reduced version of something if there was one. So that's that, and then I'm going to save these 2 possibly for lunch tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe 8 smart points for lunch is a little bit too much. Maybe I could just have one of them and something else. Who knows? But those will be going in. I'll let them cool down, and then I'll have to decide whether I want to put them in the fridge or the freezer, and then label them so I don't forget the points. But yeah, that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a massive thumbs up if you did. I'm going to have a little quick flick through to see what I'm going to eat tomorrow. Bye. Me again quickly. So I've been flicking through my recipe book, and then I suddenly realised that on the weekend when my brother was down, I had bought ingredients enough for 2 different recipes, and I only ended up making one of them. So the other stuff that I bought was for a chickpea tikka masala. Annoyingly, it doesn't have a picture. I wish it did. But I'm going to be making that tomorrow. So I've been fancying a curry. I fancied a curry tonight, but I really needed the soup, I think, just to smash in loads of protein and nutrients, and to give my throat a bit of a rest, give it some time to heal. So chickpea tikka masala, if you want to tune in for that tomorrow, that is what will be happening here for VEGAnuary Day 4. I hope you've enjoyed VEGAnuary Day 3, and I shall see you all tomorrow.